Hi everyone, Alexis Brooks here from Higher Journeys Radio. I hope you're doing well today. I hope this message finds you abundantly happy and enjoying your day. Well, I've been thinking about doing this for quite some time, but I have to admit what I'm about to talk about is a little bit difficult because it's about asking for help. And I got to tell you, I'm one of those people that likes to be in a position to help others at all times. I really think that's what we're all here for. But there are times when help is needed, and so I wanted to take this opportunity to reach out to you. Here's the deal. This is an appeal for support for what I hope has been, for all of you wonderful people that I have heard from, an exploratory and fantastic journey for your own growth. I've been doing what is now called Higher Journeys Radio, which was formerly called Conscious Inquiry Radio, since about 2012, with the support and the audience primarily of ConsciousLifeNews.com, of which I am eternally grateful. It's been a tough haul, as in this era of sort of self-broadcasting and kind of doing it all on a wing and a prayer. It can be a bit challenging to keep up the pace and deliver what it is we want so much to deliver, those of us particularly in the alternative community, and that's quality programming, giving you the tools that you need, as I say, on your own journey, which is what I am absolutely passionate and committed to doing. But I have to tell you, it has been a haul. I'm not afraid to talk about it. My husband and I, in fact, I have put that on the record, have had a really, really challenging several years with our business that has now sort of gone on its own journey. I have committed myself to doing this program to deliver to you, as well as my book, Conscious Musings, which I'm so grateful that I had the ability to share with you. But that being said, indicative, I think, of the challenges that are going on for so many of us, which I am also committed to sharing with others and talking to others about. This is unprecedented times we're going through. I'm one of those people. It seems like ever since that, what they call the full blood moon, although I certainly didn't anticipate a lot of problems, there were some challenges. It started out with our kitty that you may have heard of called Clover Paws. It's a kitty that I've talked about quite often in my work in exploring the idea of animal reincarnation. We almost lost him, literally. If we hadn't rushed him to the hospital, come to find out he had a serious urinary blockage, and if we hadn't gotten him in within hours, at 3.5 years old, the little kitty would have passed away. Well, needless to say, we went on a massive fundraising campaign with primarily family and friends to raise money to get him emergency surgery, and we were so blessed and so grateful that and happy to report that he is with us today and doing just fine. But it seemed like that was a kickoff of a whole string of challenges. Now, you guys have heard me talk in the midst of interviewing others. The subject of challenges during these unprecedented times have come up quite often in my discussions with the wonderful people that I've brought on the show. And as you may have heard me say many times, despite all of the challenges, we believe that the magic still exists within the madness. The crystal does exist within the crisis, and the diamond within the dust. I still stand by that, but I got to tell you, there's been a lot of crisis, madness, and dust. And we've been really working hard, my husband and I, to understand the dynamic of challenge. Now, that being said, and I'm talking primarily about a financial challenge. If it had not been for some of you that have been so gracious in making contributions to Higher Journeys, we wouldn't be here today. But I got to tell you, it's a grind, and it is time for me to ask for your support. I have a donation page on my website, higherjourneys.com. I believe it's higherjourneys.com/donate, but I will make sure to put a link directly below this interview. What your kind contributions will help us continue doing and building is, of course, bringing you my, at this point, twice a month radio programs, one of the things that I had planned on doing and still plan on doing, obviously contingent on support, is to be able to bring you more shows, because people are asking constantly. They're giving me names of people they'd like to have on the program, of which I am completely excited about exploring, bringing on the people that you want to hear from. So we want to do that. We want to be able to do that in earnest. We want to be able to bring you more shows. Obviously, keep it free and on demand for you to download and help you when you need it, to be able to tune into any program on demand, and listen to the broad scope of subjects that we've been so blessed to cover. You know, I have to give a shout out to a few people that have just made the guests make the show. As you know, it's the subject, but it's who's delivering it. And the guests that we've had have just been amazing. I've got to tell you, this is just an amazing journey for me to have the ability to connect with these phenomenal, brave, just truly inquisitive people from all over the planet in all walks of life. We just had on, as you know, Zen Gardner from zengardner.com, where we talked about the state of affairs today, implicit of which are these challenges, but also the opportunities. We had a fabulous discussion about reality, the scope of reality, and our potential, which is what I think this is really all about. So we've covered that. We've covered fringe subjects, I guess you could call them, like the ET, UFO phenomenon, not so much from a just curiosity perspective, but from the perspective that there are real people all over this planet that are having extraordinary experiences and have nowhere to go to explore those experiences, to have those experiences validated by knowing other people are going through them. So it's been a pleasure. I take this subject very seriously. It's been a pleasure to bring this subject matter to the table through Higher Journeys Radio. We've had, as you know, Mary Rodwell, who is an exquisite woman out of Australia that I've been fortunate enough to get to know. Recently, Richard Dolan and Barbara Lamb. You have to tell you a story about Barbara Lamb. Again, so many opportunities that I've had that I've been able to fulfill, and some have gone missed. I'll never forget, 2 years ago, I think, 2 years ago or a year ago this past summer, Barbara was kind enough to invite me to join her on what she thought might be her last crop circle tour in the UK, to cover it exclusively. And unfortunately, due to a shortage of funds, I was not able to make that trip. That broke my heart, because I wanted so badly to not only experience that stunning, although anomalous, the areas that we call the areas that are known for their crop circles, but also to be able to bring that to you. Well, missed opportunity. That's okay. We'll hopefully get a chance to do that again. But again, going back to some of the incredible people that we brought to you, Stephen Halpern, as you know, New Age Grammy nominated recording artist who is extraordinary. I call him the sound scientist extraordinaire. He's just amazing. Dr. Eric Pearl, I was fortunate enough to be able to go out to the Conscious Life Expo last February, interviewed him on his reconnective healing. And, you know, everybody that I bring to the show, obviously it's about, in some cases, promoting their book, their new products and services, and their subject. But what I love, and what seems to happen all the time when I'm talking to these great people, is we allow the universe to take the conversation where it needs to go. And I have to tell you something. I say a little prayer every time, just before I go on the air, to ensure that God, that universe, is not only watching over the discussion, but making sure that the conversation goes exactly where it needs to go to help you. I'm doing this. Obviously, I get such a sense of fulfillment in bringing you these shows, but moreover, my sense of gratitude is that if I can help one person in one small way through my guests and through the conversation, that's what I'm here to do. And so that's why I have to be honest and say I need your help. I do. You know, we're thinking about doing maybe an Indiegogo or GoFundMe campaign later down the road, but the urgency is now with what we've been through, particularly with dealing with our little kitty, other financial challenges, and maintaining Higher Journeys. Again, as I said, I don't know if you've had a chance to go to our brand new website. I actually learned to build it myself because we couldn't pay anybody to do it. So I did. I learned how to do a little bit of web designing, built the site. I'm pretty proud of it. And so I'd like you to go there, higherjourneys.com. Let me know what you think of it. All of this in anticipation of rolling out a more expanded and more exciting Higher Journeys Radio, which I'm still looking forward to doing, fingers crossed, very soon. But again, I will need your support. So I'm going to ask you again, if you would kindly go to higherjourneys.com and look for the donation button. I will kindly accept anything that you might be able to give. So that's it for the plea. I think I got the message across. I ask you to pray for me. I pray for all of you each and every day. I pray for, here's my prayer, if you would like to call it that, my meditation, my affirmation for humanity, because I love each and every one of you so much. Please know that I do. This is what gets me up in the morning, is to see us literally reach our complete potential. We won't get into preach mode now because I think we all know at this point that there is so much more to who we are than what we've been taught and how we're living our lives. This show is here to nudge you, remind you, support you in that process so we can start getting there. And I think we're getting there. I really do. Look at what's going on in just through the advent of technology and alternative media. I think this is a phenomenal thing. I call it that dichotomy. We got some really ugly challenges going on and opportunities like we've never seen before. They're coexisting. So let's push the opportunities like we've never seen before over the edge, and let's start to transition into all that we certainly are due for. So I thank you so much. Hey, listen, I also, as always, would like to hear from you. Anything you'd like to share. I love hearing stories from you. You really are exquisite in how you share your experiences. I'm using that word exquisite a lot, but anyway, it's true. I have gotten so many incredible emails, personal stories about, some of you have shared stories about your animal companions that you feel have been reincarnated. I love those. Please keep sending those. Any stories that you have about extraordinary experiences, epiphanies, synchronicities. As you know, I love that subject. So share with me. And of course, as always, if you have guest suggestions, I am always open to them. Please reach out to me. So again, I thank you for everyone who thus far have made contributions, but we need more to keep this going. So with that, I will say we'll talk to you soon, and keep tuning in. We're going to keep broadcasting as long as we can. Love to all of you, and God bless. Take care.